So in this short video we're looking at how to sync up a piece of music with the internal tempo of the DAW. It's really important that you can do this, especially if you're going to play a guitar along with it, and if you're going to be using effects that are such time dependent, like delays. So in order to do this, the first thing is let's just wipe this out and bring a song in from scratch. There's a couple of things you need to do before you go any further. In the information, you can see there, info tab, little Y. Make sure that where it says tempo, just click on don't follow. And I'm going to go to song. I'm going to import a piece of music. Another thing that you'll want to do before you start to do the tap synco is when you're making a new song, here you see this option to stretch audio files to song tempo. You don't want that turned on, and if you've already started a song, you can still go and change that. You go to song, song information, no it's not, song setup it is, song setup, and in here you've got the option there to stretch audio files to song tempo. Make sure this is turned off before you move forward. And that's to zoom out a little bit so we can see this. You can clearly see there's a bit of a sort of like starting period. What we want to do is we want to clip out what we don't need. I'm going to, for all intents and purposes, go to the edit where we can really get close up on this. So we're going to select the track in question and then go to edit. It brings it up, and we will expand this so we can see it, and then we can use this to really get to the really see the beginning of it. So what we're going to do, in fact we're going to zoom out for the moment. We want to get to the very beginning beat, the first beat in the song. So I'm going to move close to it. You know that there's a bit of a snap turning on. If you hold on the shift key while you're dragging it, it will remove the snap. We're going to put it right at the beginning of the first beat of the song. It'd be worth zooming in again so that you can just trim off any small amount that's there. This is really important that we do this very accurately, because we do need the first beat in the song to really start off at the very beginning. Just drag the whole track to the beginning of bar 1 so that it starts on the beat when you first play. 1. You can hear the metronome is way out. The metronome is just down here, the right hand side. You can see this tick tock metronome. You can see you turn it on and off. For now I'm going to leave it off, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the tap sync to start things off to get the tempo where it needs to be. So you see where the tempo is at the moment, this little tiny text. What you have to do is just tap there with your left mouse button in time with the music. So I'm going to do just that. So I'm going to play it and then tap along with it. I'm going to count along with it so you can hear me doing it. 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 2 3 1 2 3 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3. Now just to note that this is a not a 4/4, it's a different timing for this track, because I can count to 1 2 3 1 2 3. I'm going to leave it as it is, however. That's fine, and it gives you a rough idea of where you're going to be with this. Now I'm going to tap for a little bit longer until it settles down to a closer match. Now another thing that's going to help you see this closer match is if you change what's up here. The quantize, as you bring that quantize level up, you'll see there's going to be like more tick showing up here. We don't want that to be the case. Time base is set to bars at the moment. That's fine. That's fine. Now I'm going to tap a little bit longer. Okay. So the more longer you do it, the more accurate it's going to be. What we're looking for now is we're looking at these major dasher points here on the ruler at the top. These are indicating where each count bar is, and we're also looking at the waveform up here as well. So the waveform is going to show you where each beat is, and you may want to expand this to see it a little bit more easier. So we're going to zoom in a little bit more so we can see where they are. So these ones, you can see these waveforms are much more clearer. And you can also see where we've got this tick here at the very beginning. It's not quite there. And we've got another tick at the beginning of the next kind of peak of the waveform. So that's not bad, and that's not bad. So now next thing we'll do is we're just going to tweak it ever so slightly. So to do this, we go over where the tempo is, and we're going to hold down the shift key, which releases this snap. And then we're going to, as we drag left and right, you can see it's tweaking it a little bit. And what I'm looking for is I'm looking to tweak it so that it's getting it just where we need it. And I think that would be probably as accurate as we're going to get it. Now let's turn this metronome on and play it. So it's possible that you could tweak it a little bit more. Sometimes songs can drift out of sync, so there's not a lot you can do if it ain't like that. But this, as you can see there, it's 47.10. You could try a round number. Normally a round number is good to start with, and then you can go from there and see what happens. But so it looks like this song's 147 beats per minute. This means that when you start to add some delays and stuff like that, which is timing based, the delays are going to be synced perfectly. What this also means is when you're singing according to the timing of the track, you're going to easily be able to pull out sections of your audio recording. So to demonstrate this, I'm going to add another track, and I'm going to record on this track. And I'm going to just record in time with the music that I'm hearing. I'm not going to sing anything, but I'm going to do it so you'll see how when I choose to use the snapping, the grid snapping, at the moment it is, need to set it to something like 1/8 or something like that. See, it's, as you move along, you'll see it snapping to the grid. It means it's going to be snapping right where there's going to be a new beat. So that's good. You can up the resolution. It's kind of like a ruler in millimeters, centimeters kind of thing. Now I'm going to record. I'm going to record just me counting in time with it. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Chorus, 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 verse, 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 verse. So what you heard me do there is you heard me just simply saying something that's in time with the beat of the music. Now the timing is correct with the tempo, you'll see that everything's all synced up perfectly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just close these layers for the moment. When I move, as you can see, when I'm moving now, I'm very, very close to the beginning of each of the beats there. It looks like I need to tweak the tempo a little bit more, so I'm going to hold down the... Just going to tweak it a little bit more. See, it's a little bit out there, just a tiny bit. And where are we now? That's looking more accurate. There we go. It's not exact with this. I think this music is actually drifting in its timing, to be quite honest with you. But we will go along with that for the moment. Actually, I'm not sure whether one track's moving and the other's not. No, it's fine. I was foreseeing things. So now what we can do, we can go back and listen to it, and we can extract the verse from the chorus. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, chorus. So you can see where I said chorus. We can, when it's the crosshair, we can click there, double click, and it will actually start to break it at that point. So while it's in chorus, we're carrying going. Chorus, 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 verse. So it's up to that point where it's a chorus still. Okay, so now we split it by double clicking. I'm now going to just change the colour. I'm going to right click, change the colour. I'm going to have a yellow colour. This yellow colour is now the chorus part that we've split out. Now, where it was 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, I'm going to replace it with that. So there's the 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Double click there. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. I'm going to try to get it to be roughly the same kind of length that we're going to crop out of there. We're literally going to replace it. So I don't know how many bars this is. Let's have a look. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not exact to the bars by the looks of it where I've cropped it. Okay, it's because I'm not taking like for like out. That's what it is. I could count how many times I said it, I suppose. 1, 2, 6 times I said it. If you was replacing it from a chorus to a chorus, it would be the same length, but it's not in this case. So what I'm going to do, it doesn't really matter. I'm going to just rip this out and delete this and say, right, I don't want this. I'm going to grab this chorus and I'm going to start moving it. And you watch what happens now. I've just moved that and it's snapped to the grid automatically. Chorus, 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 chorus. So you can see the timing is being kept because I've tapped the synco, the tempo. So I could move this anywhere to the beginning of the bar of the music and it was going to be in time with it. It's automatically snapping there for me. Chorus, 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 chorus. And just there on this one here, I think my timing was out when I said chorus, so I can just shift this about. Chorus, chorus, chorus. So that chorus was a little bit out. So I'm going to double click there, click after it, and then I'm literally going to just shift it a little bit. Should be doing this in the editor really, because the editor is much larger. I was a little bit late when I said that, so hold down the shift key, I should be able to move this. Just a little bit. Let's try that. There we go. So I just literally just shifted what I did there. Let's just trim that back. When I said this chorus here, it was just out of timing. That was my bad timing. So now when I play this back, I've actually even shifted a word that was out of time as well. Let's just play this back. Now to demonstrate what we mean by timing as far as a delay is concerned, I'm going to put it on loop, and then we're going to add an effect delay to this. I'm going to use a Reason 1 because I'm familiar with Reason 1. And go to effects. One of them, just a simple little one there that I do, little tap, little delay line. Chorus, 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 chorus. As you can hear at the moment, it's completely out. It's so small on there, I can barely see it. I'm going to pick a bigger one so we can see it. Unfortunately my screen's just too damn small to really see it. That's strange, looks like there's some missing there. Might be under the players maybe. No. Looks as though some of my effects are missing. Am I looking in the right area? Yeah, I am. Okay, let's just go to one of Persona's ones. Wasting time here. So we got beat delay. And as you can hear, the delay is in time with the music. There you go. Turn this metronome off. There you go. That's how you can tap the sync of the audio track you're bringing in for your music with the internal tempo of Studio One, and then it automatically syncs up timed effects like we've just added there, the beat delay, perfectly. And that would also count for other things that actually use some form of timing for the effects. Also, it means that if you were to play the guitar, you would be in sync with everything with the guitar as well.